Nvidia ended the most recent trading session at $198.87, up 1.2% from the day before. The stock outperformed the S&P 500, which saw a 0.8% daily increase. Conversely, the technology-focused Nasdaq rose by 1.6%, while the Dow had a 0.15% decline. The stock of the manufacturer of graphics chips for gaming and AI has increased by 8.01% over the last month, outpacing the gains of the S&P 500, 5.15%, and the computer and technology sector, 7.62%. Investors will be quite interested in Nvidia's next earnings report. In comparison to the same quarter last year, the firm is expected to report an EPS of $1.76, a growth of 117.28%. Simultaneously, our latest consensus estimate projects sales of $78.66 billion, which is a 78.52% increase over the same quarter last year. The consensus estimates project revenue of $352.22 billion and earnings of $8.03 per share for the annual period, representing changes of plus 68.34% and plus 63.11% respectively from the previous year. Investors should also take note of any recent adjustments to analyst predictions for Nvidia. The most recent short-term business trends are typically reflected in recent adjustments. Therefore, upward shifts in projections reflect analysts' optimistic view of the company's profitability and health. According to research, there is a direct correlation between the near-term share price momentum and these estimate adjustments. Investors might use the rank to profit from this. This model offers a straightforward, useful scoring system while taking these estimate changes into account. Our consensus EPS estimate has increased by 2.6% during the last 30 days. Right now, Nvidia is ranked number 1, strong buy. Nvidia is presently selling at a forward PE ratio of 24.46 in terms of value. Given that the average forward PE for its industry is 36.76, it is reasonable to assume that Nvidia is trading at a discount. It's also crucial to remember that Nvidia's current PEG ratio is 0.63. The PEG ratio is a common statistic that is comparable to the well-known PE ratio, but it additionally considers the predicted growth rate of the company's earnings. As trading ended yesterday, the average PEG ratio for the semiconductor general industry was 1.99. In addition to becoming the most valuable corporation in the world, Nvidia has come to represent the artificial intelligence, AI, trend. It surpasses Apple, the second largest, by a sum greater than the market capitalization of all but the top 15 publicly traded companies. However, because those amounts represent a lower percentage of the total, major corporations can earn or lose what appears to be a lot of market capitalization quite fast. For instance, Nvidia was the first business to surpass $5 trillion last year, but it is currently valued at $4.8 trillion, down almost 5% from its peak. The market appears unsure of the AI behemoth's immediate future. But by 2030, might its market capitalization reach $10 trillion? What is Nvidia's maximum potential? Because of the tremendous amount of money hyperscalers have been spending, the market has recently been negative about Nvidia. When Amazon, Meta Platforms, Alphabet, and Microsoft revealed their fiscal 2026 capital spending plans, which together exceeded $600 billion, the markets were rocked. Nvidia's revenues may decline if the company's investment thesis is based on this type of investing and those expenditures don't yield enough returns. CEO Jensen Huang is optimistic, though. At the company's annual GTC conference last month, he announced a number of new technologies, such as a new platform that combines Grok and Vera Rubin chips and is 350 times faster than the Hopper generation, which came before the current Blackwell platform. In 2026 and 2027, he anticipates selling $1 trillion worth of Blackwell and Vera Rubin processors. Analysts predict faster sales growth of 79% in the current quarter and 85% in the upcoming quarter, despite its present revenue run rate of $272 billion. The route to $1 trillion. When I run various scenarios concerning the futures of firms, I usually assume that revenue growth will start to slow down on a percentage basis, particularly when a company grows significantly. However, rather than slowing down, Nvidia's sales growth is accelerating. The top line will quickly double if it stays high. The price-to-sales ratio for Nvidia stock is currently 21, which is high in absolute terms. But if its sales growth continues to be strong, it can sustain that ratio, and if the stock increases at the same rate as the company's sales, it might achieve a $1 trillion market cap well before 2030. The stock and market capitalization are likely to double by 2030, even if the company's top-line growth slows down and the price-to-sales ratio moderates. Despite the Middle East conflict, Taiwanese chip manufacturer TSMC reported on Thursday that its net profit in the first quarter reached a new high because to the worldwide race for artificial intelligence. Business is growing for TSMC, the largest contract manufacturer of microchips used in everything from Nvidia CPUs to Apple phones due to the enormous demand for AI hardware. According to Wendell Huang, chief financial officer, the company did not anticipate that the war would have an immediate effect on its supply of essential resources for producing chips, such as hydrogen and helium. Huang stated during an earnings call, "We source from multiple suppliers in different regions, and we have prepared safety stock inventory on hand." He also mentioned that energy supplies were adequate to carry on with business as usual for the time being. According to TSMC, net earnings for the first 3 months of the year exceeded analyst projections of NT $540.20 billion, up 58.3% year over year to NT $572.5 billion, $18 billion. Large sums of money are being spent by governments and tech companies to construct data centers capable of training and operating AI tools like chatbots, image generators, and task-executing agents. TSMC Chairman C.C. Wei stated, "We are being cautious in our business planning because the recent situation in the Middle East brings further macroeconomic uncertainties." Nevertheless, he continued, demand for AI-related products is still very strong. We are confident that our income for the entire year 2026 will increase by more than 30% in US dollars. The chairman of leading US chip designer Nvidia, Jensen Huang, stated last month that everyone in the tech industry believed they could advance their AI and increase profits if they could simply obtain more capacity. Ian Lyle of Proactive Investors stated, prior to Thursday's earnings release, that it seems TSMC is so ingrained in the AI supply chain that macro headwinds are finding it difficult to make an impact. According to him, the state-of-the-art manufacturing that only TSMC can consistently produce at scale is operating at full capacity. The company's foreign sales revenue had also increased due to a declining value of the Taiwanese currency. It reported on Thursday that quarterly net revenue reached NT $1.13 trillion, up 35.1% year over year. Strong quarterly results for TSMC were anticipated in a note from UBS analysts, but they cautioned that consumer demand was declining due to increased pricing brought on by a global shortage of memory chips, a consequence of the AI boom. The UBS team stated, "We believe supply constraints will limit meaningful upside for TSMC this year, but cloud AI demand continues to strengthen. Macroeconomic uncertainty is increased by tensions in the Middle East, but unless there is a protracted conflict, AI spending should remain stable." The tight helium supply was expected to cause minimal impact to TSMC's output, according to UBS analysts. One of the nations impacted by the Middle East conflict, Qatar, is one of the few major suppliers of helium gas, a crucial component of the chip supply chain. The person who predicted the fall of the housing market in 2008 has increased his wager against Nvidia. Wall Street takes notice when Michael Burry makes a move. Furthermore, his most recent recommendation, a new wager against Nvidia, is among the most controversial contrarian positions in recent memory. Burry, who gained notoriety for foretelling the 2008 financial catastrophe, recently disclosed that he has strengthened his negative stance on Nvidia stock. He is firmly opposing what has turned into the most crowded trade in the markets today by stocking up on long-dated put options. On the other hand, a few weeks ago, Nvidia CEO Jensen Huang told investors on the GTC 2026 stage that he had over $1 trillion in demand visibility for Blackwell and Rubin chips, a figure he described as conservative. There is no greater distance between the bull and bear situations. Burry places a wager against Nvidia. Burry explained his logic in detail in a recent Substack post, according to a story from The Street. He kept the $100 strike puts he had previously acquired and bought January 2027 put options at the $115 strike price for $3.30. According to Burry, the deal amounts to about 3% of the notional value. The main contention is that Nvidia's valuation has been overstretched to the point that disappointment is nearly impossible. He also expressed doubts about the sustainability of the enormous surge in data center expenditures. He made the most striking analogy between Nvidia and Cisco during the dot-com boom. During that time, Cisco was a must-own infrastructure stock. After that, it fell by almost 90%, and it took about 25 years to reach its peak in 2000. It is difficult to ignore Burry's insinuation, and his new stance sharpens that institutional caution into a targeted directional wager. Huang informed analysts at GTC 2026 that the company's Blackwell and Rubin product demand is expected to reach over $1 trillion by the end of 2027. He made it clear that this number does not include more recent devices like Grok, Rubin Ultra, and standalone CPUs, indicating that the whole addressable opportunity is greater. Huang further argued that Nvidia is supplying manufacturing infrastructure for AI tokens, which are the product that every AI business needs to make money, in addition to chips. The hardware's cost is much less significant in that context than the tokens it generates. Revenue for the fiscal year 2026 increased 65% year-over-year, YoY, with a 73% increase in the fourth quarter. In addition, the chipmaker disclosed supply obligations totaling over $95 billion, which illustrates the magnitude of demand it is controlling. Should investors purchase, sell, or hold Nvidia stock? Given that infrastructure stocks may quickly become extremely expensive during IT booms, Burry's comparison to Cisco is not absurd. However, Nvidia's success story is far from finished. Revenue is expected to rise from $215.6 billion in fiscal 2026 to $757.6 billion in fiscal 2031, according to analysts monitoring Nvidia's stock. Adjusted earnings per share are expected to increase from $4.77 to $16.70 throughout this time. Nvidia stock might be valued at $334 in early 2030, above its current price of $196, if it is priced at 20x prospective earnings, which is less than its current multiple of 23x. Of the 49 analysts who cover Nvidia stock, 44 advise strong buy, 3 advise moderate buy, 1 advises hold, and 1 advises strong sell. The average target price for Nvidia stock is $268.80, which represents a nearly 40% increase from current levels. Nvidia's platform is the cornerstone of the AI strategy that every business in the world will require. Firm purchase orders support the $1 trillion demand estimate, which is not a projection. The cleverness of Burry's negative thesis is not the question for long-term investors. The question is whether the AI build-out has a longer runway than what the market is now pricing in. Patient investors have previously benefited from holding Nvidia stock during volatility. Whether the AI infrastructure growth proves to be more resilient than Burry is betting will determine whether that persists. The CEOs of Cadence Design Systems and Nvidia announced on Wednesday that they are collaborating to further the development of artificial intelligence for robotics. One of the main providers of software for creating cutting-edge computing chips, Cadence, is collaborating with Nvidia to combine its physics engines, which forecast the interactions between real-world materials, with Nvidia AI models, which are used to train robots in computer simulations. At a conference organized by Cadence in Santa Clara, California, Nvidia CEO Jensen Huang stated, "We're working with you across the board on robotic systems. Robots can be trained more quickly in these simulations than in the actual world, but the training data needed to do so is not easily accessible and must be produced via programs like Cadence's physics engines." The two CEOs stated that the collaboration aims to reduce the amount of time required for robots to do meaningful jobs. The model will be better if the generated training data is more accurate, according to Cadence CEO Anirudh Devgan. The stock of Cadence was up over 4%. Additionally, Cadence announced on Wednesday that it is launching a new AI agent that will handle part of the work that human engineers do while designing circuits. Cadence unveiled an agent earlier this year that manages the initial stages of chip design, where the circuit is created in a language that resembles computer code. Cadence announced on Wednesday that the system will be made available on Alphabet's Google Cloud, and that a new agent will handle the subsequent phases in which the circuit is set out as a physical design on a piece of silicon. According to DevGAN, we help build AI systems, and those AI systems can help improve the design process. Don't forget to share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Your input helps create a more knowledgeable community where we can all learn and grow together in the world of investing. Stay up to date with the latest market trends, insights, and key updates by subscribing to Investing Tutorial. We're here to help you make smarter investment decisions and stay ahead of the curve.